for your patience in waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kanish Parmar, and on behalf of Voice of Healthcare, it is indeed my pleasure to welcome each one of you on this wonderful morning here in Mumbai at this 4th edition of the National Diagnostics Forum Awards 2026. This is the 4th edition, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, as we go further today, you will realize and analyze how diagnostics, not just from a back-end process, has really taken the front end, and also how the 4th year of this Diagnostics Forum has evolved truly. Now, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, today is not just going to be a gathering of people, but it's rather gathering of industry specialists, gathering of people who are there taking the right decision. It is about clinicians, it is about experts, and that would also spread across through a very, very strong experts talking over as panelists, as keynote speakers, and presentations, and much more that will happen during the day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, as we are talking about diagnosis, and as it has taken the forefront, it is now much more evolved. It has transformed. It is not just a place where it was a cornerstone of merely preventive healthcare, but rather it is now strongly become the front force with advanced molecular labs, AI-driven radiology, digital pathology, and genomics. There is so much that has evolved in this field. And in this, it becomes very, very important to have a very strong platform, a platform where dialogue could happen, where leaders could speak, where a very definitive track or path could be taken. And this, ladies and gentlemen, brings us in picture, brings Voice of Healthcare into picture. Now, you see, Voice of Healthcare is a purpose-driven healthcare ecosystem builder. It amplifies credible voices. It ensures that industry leaders are well heard of. So, without any further ado, before I go ahead and bring forth to you our keynote speakers, I wish to take this opportunity to showcase a small film which takes you through the journey of Voice of Healthcare, what they've been doing, how they have been ensuring the same as I spoke about. So, can we have the film, please? And while we are taking that, okay, there we go.
Healthcare never sleeps, but too many voices go unheard. Brilliant ideas are being created, but the right people aren't always hearing them. Voice of Healthcare exists to bridge that gap between medicine, media, and the people who matter. We're not just an event company, not just a media house. We are a healthcare communication engine. We serve every stakeholder of healthcare. Not with one message, but with the right message for each. Voice of Healthcare operates across multiple verticals. From live forums and strategic dialogues to powerful media, global collaborations, and high-impact health content.
तो ऐसे मंचों से वो अनुभूति बनी रहती है और इंसान अपने जीवन में और एफर्ट्स करता है और कुछ अच्छा करने का प्रयास भी करता है.
It's a great honor and I'm extremely glad I could be present here and be part of this wonderful event.
From the time that we're born to the time that we die, I think our lives are incomplete without the doctors, the nurses.
So that dental care has to be brought in as part of the regular package as such.
But as the attendant costs of healthcare go up, the public cannot keep up with it by paying the premiums.
I'm very grateful to the second edition of IVF Summit for inviting me for this.
And I also thank VOH for inviting me and this wonderful evening, and I hope that next time more there'll be some participation from government side also.
The leading
manufacturing hub for medical devices globally and move over from being 70% import dependent.
Our numbers speak. Our reach multiplies. And with every voice added, the impact grows stronger. The future of healthcare will not just be built, it will be heard. Voice of Healthcare, where healthcare finds its voice.
If I can invite you to put in a round of applause for the strengths. Well, as we are trying to give our 2 cents and make an effort to ensure that people who matter are heard and are heard very clearly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we do it traditionally, we would also like to begin today's event by lamplighting ceremony, and this ceremony becomes rather even more relevant today because you see, diagnostics is truly like a light itself, as this is the one which guides clinical decisions, which ensures early intervention. So it's almost like a light as well in the field of healthcare. To get into this lamplighting ceremony, let me start by inviting on stage Dr. Nishchal Naveen, Mr. Sanjay Jha, and I would also invite you to give in a round of applause as I welcome them onto the stage. Dr. Ramesh Kinha, Mr. Dheeraj Jain, Devendra Singh Rajput, Mr. Vijay Kumar, Mr. Tarun Sharma, Mr. Anup Arora, Ms. Pinky Chahar, Dr. Shubhankar Basak, and Dr. Tripil Venkatesh. If I could please invite all of you to be here in this significant lamplighting ceremony that we wish to begin with. We highly appreciate your presence and thank you very much for contributing towards this forum as well. Thank you so much. Pinky ma'am, we'd invite you to be here, please. Thank you very much. The National Diagnostics Forum, ladies and gentlemen, as I said earlier, has reached its 4th edition this year. And when we got into thinking about putting together a forum such as this, there were some very clear cornerstones or paths that we were clear about. That it has to be very neutral, it has to be credible, and it has to be an inclusive platform. And we are happy to announce that we have been able to ensure that these 3 strong pillars are maintained in these 3 forums that have already been conducted. However, there have been brilliant learnings, there have been very powerful thoughts that have evolved, and so has this entire forum as now we presented to you this year. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to take this opportunity also very briefly to take you through this journey that we have spent in the last 3 years of our learning and how it evolved into this version of the forum today. Can we have the film, please?
Diagnostics has always been the silent backbone of India's healthcare system. Before treatment begins, before decisions are made, before lives are saved, it is diagnostics that speaks first. Then came COVID-19. a moment that changed everything. The world paused, but diagnostics stepped forward. Testing became the front line. Accuracy became urgency. And the true value of diagnostics was finally recognized. Post-pandemic, diagnostics did not slow down. It evolved, expanded. But one challenge remained: the ecosystem was growing, yet working in silos. Labs, hospitals, doctors, technology platforms, policy leaders, innovators, all moving forward, but rarely together. And that vision took shape in 2023 with the launch of the National Diagnostics Forum, a first-of-its-kind platform created to collaborate, connect, and strengthen the diagnostics ecosystem. What began as a conversation became a movement. Edition 2 expanded the dialogue. Edition 3 deepened the impact, bringing the industry closer year after year. To honor those driving real change, we introduced the National Diagnostics Excellence Awards, recognizing leaders, organizations, and teams who are shaping the future of diagnostics in India. Today, the conversation continues with stronger voices, sharper insights, and a shared purpose. Here we are with the 4th edition of the National Diagnostics Forum, where experience meets vision and the future of diagnostics in India begins here, today, with Voice of Healthcare.